My name is Scott Bennett, and this is my Understanding My Community activity, slide activity. My community is Stockton, Kansas. The customs and traditions in my community are very family oriented. We have several small town celebrations each year. Those include such things as our homecoming parade, which is connected to the school. We also have Memorial Day activities, and of course, Chamber of Commerce types of activities. We have summer festivities. We also have Christmas type festivities, which include parades. And just like any small town, we have, of course, we have year-round sports activities, of course, school-related ones, and then also summer recreation sports, and those are always popular and important to small towns. As far as church and religious activities, members of our community are mostly Christian, and change in our community, we do make changes, but of course, just like most places, those come gradually. Our population characteristics: we are a rural Kansas town, and of course that makes us an agricultural type of community. We have approximately 1,500 residents, and of those 1,500 we have approximately 300 students in our school district. Our student population is approximately 50% free or reduced lunch, which is a significant describer of our students. The vast majority are white, and in recent years, or the past few years, we've seen a significant population decline, but the last couple of years it seems like, and we're hoping that at least that has stabilized. Our communication channels in our community, of course, we have a local newspaper which has been in our community for several decades. Very important part of communication for us. And we also have a local public access channel that records many of our school activities for people to view. We also, of course, have a school website, and we recently implemented a school Facebook page. Also, we have a school cable channel specifically focused on school activities. And I should say, back up to the local public access channel, that's not just necessarily school information, that's community. We also, the last couple years ago, implemented a school one-call system. That's a very handy and quick way to notify parents, especially, of any important events coming up at school, or any emergency calls, or if there's we need to call school off because of weather. That's a very handy way to take care of that. I will say that these communication channels are mostly one way, and it's just basically information sharing. Our community groups, just like any small town, we have the typical usual philanthropic type groups, such as the Lions Club and Rotary, and the PEO, which is a women's type of philanthropic organization. Chamber of Commerce is a key group. They are always meeting to come up with activities, especially family-oriented activities, to to bring people to town and, of course, stimulate some commerce with local businesses. American Legion is very important here in our community. It's been very active for several years. And of course, we have a variety of churches, very key, and they're behind the scenes doing a lot of things for families and young people. Of course, our school has several groups and organizations established, and that gives young people a chance to get involved with different aspects of school, to intermingle with different groups of people. And of course, there are some philanthropic ties to those groups also. Very, very helpful to the community and school. And then the last one here is our parent-teacher organization, another very important key organization as far as connecting parents with the school. And we all understand how parents are a key component to a student's success. The leadership in our community, we have a variety of leadership entities. City Council, of course, has to do with city government. Chamber of Commerce, connected with commerce, businesses, economic types of things, growth and things in our community. The Ministerial Alliance, of course, connected with the churches. Very involved. They meet regularly to do some great things for our community. We also recently started a Fusion Christian Youth Center. The young adults who are in charge of that are very proactive. They have regular activities there for young people. We also have the Nova Theater Board. They are very instrumental in the upkeep and remodeling of our local theater. It's used not only for showing movies, but also for putting together other programs and activities. And of course, the Board of Education, one of the key leadership entities with our school. Their purpose, they're needed in any school situation to keep schools progressing and moving forward, and especially important for smaller schools like ours who are sometimes struggling to make ends meet and to continue to move forward. And also within the school, we have our school administrators and staff. Administration obviously lends itself to leadership, but we also realize that we must have other staff members willing to take those leadership roles as well. Okay, some of our community leaders' characteristics. These are very key characteristics. They're the leaders that I think of and know of in our community. They show integrity. They do what they say they're going to do. You can believe they're going to do it to the best of their ability. They're very passionate. That means they show a lot of enthusiasm in their leadership roles. They're proactive. They don't wait around for things to happen. They look for ways to create things, create opportunities, and keep things moving forward. They are also very compassionate. They're very compassionate towards other people. The diversity in our community, the respect for each and every person is important to them. They are open-minded. They're willing to listen to new ideas, listen to concerns. They are inclusive. They're always looking for ways to include everybody from young people to older people and everybody in between from all walks of life. They are also, and this goes along with their proactivity, they're very networked and connected to resources that can help improve our community and school. And they also know, even though they're leaders and they're quite capable in that capacity, they know that they can't do it alone, and they're always looking for other resources, especially other people, to help move our school and community forward. The economic conditions in our community, of course, this is a small rural town, and our commerce is mostly ag-related. We have some small businesses that at times they struggle, but others have been around for decades, and they seem to be doing quite well. Our industry in our community is very minimal. We are, with the loss of population and the current economic conditions, not only around here, but around the country and the world, we are struggling to grow economically. We do have a lack of housing. There aren't a lot of houses for people who want, if they're looking to move to our town, and there is very little real estate development, and that, of course, is all connected to the economic situation. Our political structure, obviously, politics and education are closely connected. School funding, which is connected to politics also, is very important to any schools, including small schools. That extra money to keep us up and running and to keep us moving forward is very important, and of course that comes from the federal, state, and local government levels. I will say that I believe our local political entities are willing to listen to constituents. That doesn't mean they will always agree with what we would like to see happen, but they are willing to listen, which is very, very important, and that goes along with the idea that the people at these local entities, they do work for us, and they should at least listen to what we have to say. And my last slide has to do with social tensions. I think the social tensions are very minimal. We don't have a gang problem, very little serious crime. We do have the typical clique issues, and those clique issues seem to be related to social class types of things. And I am unaware of any racial and religious issues.